We're here just to talk. And guess what I've got? My bottle of water, as always. Now, this is Buxton water. So I've gone through a couple of different ones, and they're all containing the same kind of shite in them, whether it's bicarbonates, whether it's sodium. So I think it's just a new thing. I just think it's not a new thing, it's the norm. That you'll find it very hard to find bottled water without bicarbonates. I get why they're doing it, but if it's from a natural stream, where this water is coming from, a natural stream, it should be filtered out anyway, all the nasties. So why do they have to put biocarbonate in? It's almost like putting chlorine in. Obviously, chlorine's more, well, chlorine's toxic compared to bicarbonate, but I still don't want to be ingesting loads of bicarbonate in my water. Like I say, I've been having a lot of cucumbers chopped up, so I'm getting some waters through my fruits and things like that. But today, for some reason, I feel dead thirsty, and I can't shift it. And I don't really want to be, what's it called, drinking a lot of water at night, because I've got a bad bladder with the prostatitis. I always feel pressure. So, because I get that pressure, I'm up between 3-4 times a night needing the toilet. And this watch is amazing, because last night it told me I was up. I've actually got my sleep score here from last night. It said I had 7 hours and 47 minutes sleep. I scored 89, and the duration's, 8 hours. But I got 4.5 stars, so nearly 5-star quality sleep. I'm just seeing if it shows me the other stuff. But it's that deep sleep that we want. And REM sleep is very important. Light sleep is okay, but we want to focus on the deep sleep and the REM sleep. The other day I did 9 hours. How I did 9 hours, I must have been absolutely knackered, to say the least. But yeah, so my chest isn't that bad at the moment. I'm more struggling with my stomach problem, which is the IBS, which is the bloody IBS. So I'm on these when I get bad. I don't know if you can see them on cam. I'll try and put them in the lid so you can see them. Now, I don't really like taking them. I don't like taking medicine unless I need to take them. But this quality camera is rubbish. So basically, it's DocuSite, and they don't really like giving young people these type of tablets, because you don't want to, depend on these, because they give these people when they're older and they can't go to the toilet. Yes, all right, Ronaldo, how are you doing, mate? So DocuSite, I know when my stomach's getting bad, I get this kind of bloat sensation, and obviously I feel like I need to go to the toilet, things like that, and I'm struggling. So once I start taking these, it's not like a laxative, it's like a slow releasing one, which is good. You're not gonna shit the bed at night. So it's more of a slow relaxative laxative. So by the time in the morning you wake up, your bowels should be moving the way they should. So most times, get up in the morning, have a nice cup of tea, and that should set the motions going, and you can go to the toilet. But I have been struggling, so now I'll jump on these for a few days. I'm from Salford, Manchester, mate. Yeah. Can you say hi? I don't know how to say that word, mate. I am million. Sounds like Eminem. So yeah, where's everybody from, guys? It's pretty cold tonight. Very cold. I've just been speaking to an American woman, and she told me she couldn't understand my accent. I don't bloody understand it either. Yeah. I'll tell you a funny joke. One night, I would say he's my friend, but he's not anymore, so we'll call him my associate at the time. He speaks Turkish, and I'm from England, and there was 2 girls out this time at the night. And when I have a drink of beer, my speech gets a little bit faster, and I've got a fast dialect anyway. So one of the girls said, "I understand him more than I understand me," and he was from Turkey. Well, yeah, I'm from Kentucky. Can you understand? Can you understand my accent? Because I know a lot of American people do struggle, but they actually like the UK, United Kingdom accent. So, I like the Irish accent, but I think it's the Northern Ireland accent I love, especially when a woman speaks it. I just think I don't have many things, you know. Obviously, a woman has to be attractive, yeah, or there's something nice that you get from her, but nothing does it more than an Irish girl from like Northern Ireland, I think, where the accent's a little bit more softer spoke. I ran into a doctor once, and she was from there, and that stuck with me. You know, when I was in the hospital, and she spoke to me, I got a thing for the Northern Ireland accent. Yo, just me. I'm all right, mate. I'm coping at the moment. My stomach's causing me more problems than my chest. Yeah, I've got a few conditions, like, you know, but I think in this day and age, we all have, you know. I think that obviously the food is garbage. Yeah, the air that we breathe is garbage. I think our stress levels is garbage. You know, we're just like this big skip. We're just this skip, and we get overloaded with load of rubbish. Because if you think about it, IBS and things like that are not. I know the science is different now, yeah, and they can pick up things, but I bet years ago, people didn't really suffer with IBS, or if they did, I bet there was a natural remedy. Like, obviously, you can do the milk, not the milk, what's called the peppermint tea, but you would have had like a natural herb, a proper 100% natural herb that probably, you know, sorted the stomach out. I've tried all that. I've tried all that peppermint garbage. Doesn't work. You know, tried it all. I recently had a bad stomach bug, and it was horrid. Yeah, it's not nice, mate. I mean, there's been some times that in the past I've been up all night. This went on for 2 years with my stomach. I told the doctors, you know, I had enough at this point, and I know people might have heard this story, but I'll tell you guys anyway. And I was up till all hours, and I had nothing to do. And because I had nothing to do, I didn't want to wake people up because I didn't want to be a burden on them. They needed sleep. So I started gambling a lot. I was like betting at night time and things like that. I was betting on Australia because we're in the UK. I was betting on Australian markets and things like that just to get me through to the point I was exhausted and I could sleep. That's how bad my IBS was. And sometimes this would go on for like 2 nights on the row, you know, and then I kept, you know, I kept listening to my GP. He told me, do this, do that. And I presented one day that I'm sick and tired of taking this stuff that you're telling me is helping my stomach. And I'm telling you for 2 years it's not helping my stomach. You know, so then they put me on amitriptyline, which is very good. So the best way to describe how the amitriptyline helps with IBS pains is at night time it seems to get worse. Don't ask me why. It seems to be because my digestive system slowed down. I've had a lot to eat, and I'm obviously thinking before I go to bed. So what happens is you suffer with that bloat, that pressure, and then you get a bit of like trapped wind. So without the amitriptyline, what would happen is you would associate the trapped wind with pain. So even if you was releasing a bit of wind, you still have the pain. Now the amitriptyline is like a blocker. It's like a nerve blocker. So maybe that night time, when I am passing wind, I'm not in pain, so I'm able to sleep. Maybe maybe my neighbours can't. I bet they think it's what's it called? I was going to say tsunami, but that'd be diarrhea. I bet they think it's an earthquake. Yeah, a Jamstar. I don't know what I'm talking about, mate. No, I'm just rambling, mate. But thanks for coming along. I know that you must be bored because you're telling me I don't know what I'm talking about. So you know what I'll do to you, mate. I'll just hide you from the channel. See you in a bit, mate. But yeah, we don't have it. We don't have idiots here on the channel. You know what I mean? We don't mind a joke. We don't listen. If it's a joke, you've heard me joking about my own condition and things like that. We don't mind that. But trolls, they don't even get timed out anymore, mate. They get silenced. We don't need narcissistic trolls. They get silenced, put in the place. Yeah, they were either abused, bullied, and they're coming out just to let a little bit of fire off. We're not entertaining it tonight. I've got IBS as it is. I can't be stressed anymore. But yeah. So anyway, mate, I noticed. Yeah, you're the same. Are you there, just me? you've noticed at night time it's worse for you. Is it anything in particular why you feel it worse? Is it anything you're doing? Is it, certain foods? I noticed that when I was eating a lot of cheese, um, I'd have a lot of problems with my stomach. I'd also have a lot of nightmares, and I believe that to be true. If you eat a lot of cheese at night time, you start dreaming about all sorts. I started punching just the other night, started whoa, 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 and yeah, I do believe in that. So play it safe, no cheese after 8 o'clock. But yeah, all this diet, they told me to go on a diet, this diet plan that I'm pretty, I'm very fussy when it comes to eating food. Yo, right, Michael McCoy, welcome from Ireland, mate. I'm pretty fussy with food, and it took a very long time for me to start eating the foods my parents wanted me to eat as a kid. I was very, very plain. Pizza, burger and chips, things like that. And it took me a while. So when I eventually found a high protein diet and things that I enjoy, what happened then is this diet to counteract the IBS was withdrawing all these meals, replacing meals with what I don't eat. So I said that's not going to go well. They told me to cut out pasta. They told me to cut out certain proteins, nuts, this. I said forget about it. Just give me some amitriptyline. Do I work out? When I can, mate, yeah. When I'm fit and well, I'll do some exercise. Of course, I have to do that to counteract my lung condition. So yeah, do it when I can, mate. The older I've got, it's not the same, if you know what I mean. When I was younger, I was able to fight this condition with that alone exercise. These days, not so much. Obviously, the body slows down, things like that, and your health gets worse. That's the one, just me, the FODMAP diet. Yeah, I got it, mate, and I said no. I said absolutely not. I mean, we're Italian, so we eat a lot of pasta, and I'm not changing white pasta for brown pasta. I'm not changing white rice for brown rice. Right? We like it. We like the. You got to have flavour in the food you're eating. Otherwise, every food's bland, and what enjoyment are you getting? It's the same with like bodybuilding. You see these people eating chicken and rice, no flavors in it, and after a bit they burn themselves out. Or if you see these people who are majorly overweight, they'll go into a diet, completely cut out the carbohydrates. By day 5, 6, they're already binging on sweets, carbohydrates, McDonald's, this and that. And that's because they're doing it all wrong. Yeah. You can't go from 0 to 100. And people have set goals, right? They don't have realistic goals. So by not having realistic goals, they start having this goal that's not sustainable. It's not sustainable over a long period of time. So a lot of people are looking for short results, which they'll never get. So it's about sticking to something the best you can. And when you have a cheat meal, forget about it. You know what I mean? Or you have a cheat weekend, forget about it. But what you can't do is eat a load of garbage every day of the week and wonder why you're not losing weight or your health's not getting any better. So any hobbies? No, I used to, mate. Yeah, boxing was one of my biggest hobbies. 2009, I was going to be professional boxer. A lot of people know this on the channel. I got the pneumonia. Went like a stick. I went to about 7 stone. So that's why I'm a little bit more bigger now, because I realised back then I was about 9 stone, 9 stone, and I lost 2 stone, and I was deteriorating fast. So my idea now, there's a method behind the madness with lung disease, is you wanna have a bit of weight on you, so to speak, just in case you do get a pneumonia. Your weight is not gonna just go boom, and then you're at risk of dying because you're absolutely weak. So the idea is to try and keep some body mass on the best you can. A bit of fat isn't going to harm you, especially this time of year. So yeah, They do tell you about your BMI a lot, but that's a load of shit, because the BMI, I think they want me to be down to about 8 stone. I'm I'm about 5'5" on a good day, 5'6" when I comb my hair up. So, based on my height, they want me to be about 8.5 stone. And some people, as they get older, they go 2 ways, one or 2 ways, which is normally they put weight on. If you see a lot of people, they very rarely were fat and then go skinny. So it's normally if they were skinny. I was very, very lightweight up until I was about 22, and then I started putting some weight on. So yeah, we normally, as we get older, we gain a few pounds, a few extra stone. So is there any more questions before I, shut the live down? Fire away if there is. If there isn't, I'm gonna go. Thanks for all your input. Trinity, Just Me, and anyone else who came along. I think it was someone called Emily. Is it Emily? I don't know. Right, guys, signing out from Stallion headquarters. Got a bit of acid. It's probably the eggs. Right, guys, I'm gonna go. For the new people who've popped along, stay tuned for some random pop-ups. We talk about health conditions. We talk about anything and everything. And it's just nice that some people tonight, Just Me, is give us something to talk about. So take it easy.